My boss stole my idea and tried to take credit for my success. I thought I had it all figured out. I'd been working at the tech startup for almost a year, grinding away late nights and early mornings. Then one day, I came up with what I thought was the perfect idea, a new algorithm that could save the company millions. I spent weeks refining it, testing it, making sure everything was flawless. It was going to be the breakthrough I needed to get noticed. But instead of celebrating my success, I got an email from my boss the very next morning. He called a meeting with the team, all eyes on him as he laid out the new project that would revolutionize the company. As he spoke, my heart sank. It was my idea, word for word, algorithm for algorithm. He didn't mention me once. I sat there, frozen, while everyone around me applauded, congratulating him. It felt like a punch to the gut. How could he? I'd shared my idea with him in passing a few weeks ago, thinking he might appreciate my effort. I had no idea it would come back to bite me like this. The days after were even worse. I watched him present my work to upper management like it was his own. He was getting all the credit, all the praise. My stomach churned every time I heard someone mention how brilliant his idea was. But what could I do? Who would believe me? I tried confronting him privately, but he dismissed it with a smile, saying, "I thought it was a team effort, didn't you?" As if that made any sense. I felt invisible. I didn't want to make a scene, but I also couldn't let this slide. So I took matters into my own hands. I started digging through old emails looking for any evidence of the idea being mine. There it was, buried in the thread, a time-stamped email where I'd pitched the idea to him directly. But I knew that wouldn't be enough. I needed something bigger, something irrefutable. I spent the next few nights working on a presentation, documenting everything from my original concept to the work I'd put into it. I compiled the messages, the drafts, the calculations, all of it. I knew it would risk everything, but I didn't care anymore. I was done being invisible. On the day of the big presentation to the board, I made my move. When my boss finished his pitch, I stood up and calmly handed the board members my presentation. I laid out the entire timeline of events, showing them how the idea had come from me. The room went dead silent. I could feel my palms sweating as I went on, explaining every step of the process, every detail, every interaction I'd had with my boss. His face turned red, but he didn't interrupt. He just sat there, staring at the screen, unable to deny what was right in front of him. When I was done, the room was still quiet. The CEO looked at me, then back at my boss. "Is this true?" she asked. My boss stammered. "Well, I think you need to step out for a moment," the CEO said, cutting him off. The next few weeks were a whirlwind. My boss was fired, and I was given the promotion I had worked so hard for. But something felt off. I had the credit, but there was no satisfaction. The truth was, I wasn't sure I could trust anyone in that office anymore. A month later, I was at my desk when I received an anonymous email. "You think you won, but it's only just begun." At first, I brushed it off, but then strange things started happening. My work was being tampered with. Code was altered, comments were left in my documents. I started feeling paranoid. One night while staying late, I saw him, my former boss. He was sitting at a desk, working on a project. His personal belongings were gone, but there he was, still plugged into the company's system. It hit me like a freight train. He hadn't disappeared. He was still pulling strings. I approached him cautiously. "What are you doing here?" I asked, anger bubbling in my chest. He turned around, his face devoid of the smug grin it once had. "You really think you won, huh? The game's just starting. I still own you." The room felt suffocating. Before I could respond, he dropped the bombshell. "That promotion you got? It's not real. The board's having second thoughts about you. You've got a target on your back now." Everything I thought I had achieved began slipping away. I had won the battle, but the war, that was just beginning. And that was when I realized this wasn't just about the idea anymore. It was about power, manipulation, and control. The fight for my career and my life was far from over.